We're on our way to 1,000.
Yeah, we got three.
We got three core, so we need.
We're gonna wait to drop merch. You know,
I already got some good idea for merch and shit, bro. I want to make a shirt that says "My Captain America is Black."
Yo,
isn't that a good?
That is good. That is good.
Right? We out here chasing dreams, trying to catch them like receivers. Heavy on the grind, trying to turn you to believers. Yeah, we see you hating from the beach. Coming with the gas, hot and ready, little Caesars.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world, everyone, you know you're watching us. Welcome to another episode of Above the Multiverse podcast in our new studio, guys. How's it looking? Round of applause. Snapping.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just telling Dre that he's a little racist because he has Hulk over there, but why is all the Black Panther over here?
First off,
that's crazy.
And Miles
that's
Morales.
crazy.
And Miles Morales.
Miles Morales over here too? That's crazy.
No,
look. It's not racist. It's not racist. You know what's funny? Hold on, real quick before you go. Me and Lisa, bro, every time we're kicking it, whatever, we do something, I literally tell her that's whenever she says something, she says like something that's like offensive to the woke culture, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're canceled." She's like, "Dude, you're so sensitive," and I'm like, "Bro, I don't care. I'm just saying it like it's like I don't care. That's not racist, but it's a joke, and she doesn't. Sometimes I feel like she doesn't know, like she doesn't know I'm joking around. I'm like, bro, like I don't care, bro. I don't care. I'm actually playing into the wokeness. But what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, well, a couple things to address. First, my haircut.
Oh
I shave my head, guys.
Yeah, Dre is a part of the Negro Club. He said he went to the barber and was like, "Hey, hook me up with a 90s kid from the Compton."
I'm like, you have black friends? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, give me whatever they get. You know?
He's like, I need a fresh lineup. You know what I mean? Shout out to yours, because yours was like, yo, he needed do-rag. So I think that's what we're gonna get him next, like a silky. That's what they call him, a silky.
The Dree. No, but yeah. So that's one. Two, yes, new studio, guys. We got this whole setup. What Avery is saying, okay, look it. Obviously, Hulk's my favorite, so I got all my Hulk shit over here. You know, and this is only like half the Hulk stuff. I still got more over there. Like I still got stuff I didn't hang up yet. But the reason Avery's side has the Black Panther stuff, because this is Avery's poster. Yeah. This is his magical poster that he bought at Comic-Con. Yeah. Like I don't even know, like
we haven't ripped it off the plastic. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at it. We have a mirror right here, so I'm looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to turn all the way around, but
yeah, you can't see it. Maybe I'll I'll add like maybe a little studio tour. You guys can see all the artwork.
Yeah, this joint is fire.
But this poster's so dope. It's been wrapped up for a year.
This was so well worth it. It was well worth it, bro. Because dude, like it has the ancestral plane.
Ancestral plane in the back. And then has all the characters and the eyes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's super dope.
Yeah, that's sick.
And even like Kat, when she first walked in here, she was like, damn, like that's the first thing my eyes go to is that poster.
Yeah.
And that poster's been sitting just like for a year, just like waiting to be used.
That's crazy. So
I put that like as like the centerpiece for you. I got this. And then I put like T'Challa next to it.
Yeah. We got for everybody that's wondering, I got this from Comic-Con. I don't know the artist's name. I forget the artist's name. I got this at Comic-Con though. And I'd never been to Comic-Con. It was my first time. And, like, everybody was trying to sell me on everything, but you literally get there and people are hustling, for sure. I get it. But I was like, nothing's worth any of my money, I feel like. And then, boom, I seen this, and I was like, yo. Now, I passed it a couple of times, but I was like, dude, if I'm going to get something, I'm going to get this, bro. This thing is sick.
No, and I think it's like one of the best pieces we got. I also love this. Hulk is my favorite. I think I got this the same day.
But you got to put it closer because they can't see the detail. This artist, he was sick.
Yeah, he also did the T'Challa one over there, which I don't know if you guys can really see.
Yeah.
I'll do a little tour.
This artist was really sick. So.
But yeah, man, it's dope. So, and then also, third thing, the last two episodes, I think when we did the Blue Beetle review, I wanted to wear my Blue Beetle shirt.
Yeah.
And I forgot, bro. Because we recorded an episode that we didn't end up releasing. And on that episode, I wore my Blue Beetle shirt.
Yeah.
And so in the last two episodes, I wore the same shirt. And I've been meaning to wear this. So I got my Blue Beetle shirt. It's my new favorite shirt right here, guys. Represent my new favorite superhero, you know. I need to get it. This year at Comic-Con, I'm buying some Blue Beetle shit.
Yeah, somebody definitely is.
Yeah, we're going to have that. I want this artist with the Blue Beetle shit. That would look so dope. The black and the blue with the, like.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on. We're in a new studio all set up and shit. So, you know, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. turn up my mic.
If someone has at Comic-Con this time, if somebody has anything with Jonathan Majors, not just King, Jonathan Majors, I'll buy it.
Him at trial.
Hey,
But speaking of which, his trial got pushed back again.
Again. Jesus.
But on better news, on Jonathan Major news, Loki season 2 comes out October 6th, I believe.
Which
is dope.
Is crazy because nothing, and I just realized this, nothing says, like, only thing that has Jonathan Majors is that one part. And I feel like they did that because they initially showed it in Kang, the Kang movie.
Victor Timely.
And then the accusations happened, so I feel like they pulled him from trailers. Yeah, and I feel like he's super duper involved in Loki.
I hope so, bro. I hope so, man. Maybe
because I feel like that was the pushback. It's like, oh, we don't know, and then what happened? The girl fled or whatever. So now it's like looking very innocent for him, and then boom, it's like, okay, let's release it, but let's keep it in the dark until the trial actually happens. Like, because that's what happened with the them dropping it on Disney.
Oh yeah,
like they initially vanished him from the whole what do you call it?
Oh, like the Marvel stuff, even like for the promotion for Ant-Man.
Yeah, promotion. That's what it is. Yeah, the promotion.
They got rid of like all of this.
And it's like the kind of the same thing, but like now he's looking innocent, and they're dropping it. I feel like he has to be in it.
Yeah, it's because he got with Megan Good. That was his best move. Yeah. That was a PR move for sure, bro. They probably don't even like each other. He's just like that's just she came off a pastor to me. Like come on,
no. I think my boy Jonathan Majors got some game.
Yeah, no, he for sure, bro. He's one of the number one actors in the fucking world.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So October, we got season 2 of Loki. They've already been showing some new trailers, dude.
Fucking Miss Minutes looks fucking crazy. Like, there was a whole breakdown on New Rockstar. Shout out New Rockstar. Shout out Eric Voss. We always do that. But dude, he was breaking down just like what Miss Minutes is and like how she's just like, dude, she looks insane. And I'm excited to see Miss Minutes on there. I'm excited to see Loki. Like it seems like he's like getting ripped through time. So like it's like he's going in the new trailer. He says like I'm getting ripped through past, present, and future all at the same time, kind of thing.
Which is crazy because like that's the thing that is exciting me is because, bro, we have no idea what's happening, because if you think about it, the last time we seen Loki, Sylvie stabbed. Spoiler: Sylvie stabbed.
You haven't seen season 1.
Yeah, you definitely should see it. Last time we seen Loki was Sylvie stabbed He Who Remains, and it changed everything. And Loki went to go find what's his name?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, Owen Wilson.
I forgot his name.
And from there, you're like, okay, what the hell is happening? And then this one is not even like kind of like giving us like, oh, this.
I'm sure it will. It has to pick up like where Loki has to be like.
But if he's going through time, it's like, why is he the only one?
Yeah, well, maybe Sylvie is too, and we don't know. Maybe they just haven't really showed it. Maybe she's getting like fucked up too.
Yeah, but also, if we just go back, he got there because they went and got him from 2012. He wasn't supposed to have the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So, does that mean anything? I feel like that doesn't mean anything, low key. If you really think about it, but I don't know, man. I'm excited because it doesn't look predictable. I have no idea what's happening.
Definitely, what I'm excited about is like when they said like he's being ripped through the past, present, and future. I'm like, oh, future. Does that mean we're gonna get like remember in I forgot which movie it is where I think it's Age of Ultron where Scarlet Witch touches Tony Stark and like makes his like mind fucking fucked up, and he sees like he kind of like sees this vision of everyone dead.
Yeah.
And that ended up playing out kind of like later in Endgame, right? So it's like I wonder if Loki's gonna go to a future time where he sees like maybe like Battle World, or he sees like Galactus or something, or he sees something crazy in the future and he's like, what the fuck? Like I thought this was the threat, but then like our future is even worse. Like what's coming up. Like even if we stop this, like the future is gonna be crazy for us. So I feel like that's gonna be sick to see like what this might hold and what this might show. Because I mean, everyone knows like Loki was probably the most successful TV show that they did.
Yeah.
And this already like the views on the trailer have been huge on this one. So I think people are excited about this one. So they're gonna give us a lot. I think.
Yeah,
like
we gotta. Come on.
This is gonna be a big storytelling for the overall MCU. I think.
It has to, man. It has to. Freaking come on, man.
Season 1 was game changer, So it's like the season 1 of Loki literally set up the whole multiverse. So like this is the multiverse saga. So like this has to be major.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, shout out to Jonathan Majors.
But yeah, it's looking dope, bro. So I'm really fucking hyped for that. And then same thing. We got the Marvels out after that.
November. That's right after.
Yeah, right after.
That's really cool. So we're gonna get
every episode of Loki probably, and then after that it's gonna be the Marvels right after that.
That's cool.
And then we could go into 2024 and see what happens after that.
Yeah.
But it's looking fucking dope though, man. I'm super hyped. But speaking of Disney television shows, all right, because as far as Marvel stuff, we haven't really seen any new movies. We haven't seen any new stuff. The one thing that has come out that is new, and I know your ass hasn't watched it, but you should because it's so fucking good, bro, is Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah. You keep talking about
on Disney, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not even like the biggest Star Wars fan.
I'm still behind, though. I'm still behind in the Star Wars series.
Well, yeah, you got to watch it. You got to watch them all. But this is like takes place in between, I guess it takes place in between, I guess it's after Darth Vader gets defeated. I think. Yeah, I think so. This is like after Darth Vader gets defeated. So it's like it's before the newest ones with like
He just ruined it for me too. I didn't know Darth Vader gets defeated. I thought he would conquer the world.
Come on. First off, there has to be. We got to make a rule like for spoiler alerts. If it's past like 10 years, we can spoil the movie, bro. Star Wars came out in the 70s, bro. This is like a 50-year-old movie. If you haven't seen it,
I just finished. I haven't. The last thing I saw of Star Wars was at our old house, and that was in July. Yeah. And it was the one where they found the son and the daughter first. They found the son and the daughter.
Wait, so you watched the first three, right?
Yeah. Now, yeah, 1, 2, and 3. We know. Yeah, Anakin so becomes.
He becomes Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So now you're at like where like the old school ones.
Yeah, exactly. Ones. So I saw the first old school one where they found the kids.
Okay, yeah.
And now that's it.
They find Luke and
Leia. That's it. Now I need to watch the other two. The other two.
Yeah.
So I'm far.
It gets good, bro.
I'm super far.
Really good. The thing
which I could do, but like. I'm sorry, 2K comes out. So I'm gonna be down for a minute.
Yeah. Speaking of which, another announcement. Tomorrow's Avery's birthday, and 2K comes out on his birthday, which God is great for him.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
him up.
gonna be locked in my room.
He already pre-ordered it. It's already
I
probably
pre-ordered
downloaded.
it last night. It's downloaded, so it's like I've been. You know, it's crazy. So just side note, because he wants to talk about Ahsoka, but like side note, yesterday I downloaded 2K, and then I hit him up, and I was like, hey, bro, like. My car is about to get worked on by Rigo. Shout out to Rigo. I have a bearing noise that he's fixing, and it's gonna sit. It's gonna sit at Rigo's shop. He's gonna work on it. And I was like, dude, like I need to distract myself from being at my house because 2K's there, and I'm like, dang, dude, I can't play it till midnight tonight. So I need a distraction. So I was like, oh, perfect. You know what? Because we were gonna do the podcast yesterday. So I hit up Dre and I was like, hey, bro, actually, you want to scoop me up from Rigo's shop, and I just kick it at your house. That way I don't look at 2K. That way I don't look at 2K and look at the time.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And then so we kicked it over here, watched a couple of the fights.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We watched a couple of the fight press conferences. And now we're doing the podcast, and then we're
just trying to keep everybody distracted
busy,
today.
Keep busy because at midnight, bro, it's over. It's over. People are gonna be texting me happy birthday. I'm like,
you can be locked in.
Yeah, locked in. I'm
trying to get Avery to stream so that way you guys can see.
So that's another thing, dude. I just watched another video. I'm gonna try to stream because dude, like I do waste. I'm not gonna lie, like it's not waste of time because it's a I was talking to somebody about this. It's not wasted time because that's something that I like to do. That's a piece of, you know what I mean? Like a piece. Everybody has a piece. I don't care who you are. Like if you're grinding, you have a piece. And my piece is movie theaters and just 2K. I was
gonna say video games.
Yeah, I'm not a whole video game guy, but 2K, like, cause I love. I think we talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this to you or we talked about it on the podcast. Where I just I used to love playing basketball. I loved like being a basketball player. So like 2K kind of simulates you as a NBA star, and I always wanted to be an NBA star, so you got the simulation of being an NBA star, so that's why I like 2K. But yeah, it's like a piece. Like girls watch Kim Kardashian as a piece, or they do their makeup as a piece. Like movie theaters, watching movies, and 2K is like a piece. Yeah, a piece. So
Lions
people,
podcast.
People who freaking like, I hate when people are like, oh man, you on a video game all day. And they're like, it's like, let them, like, if they get their work done, if they get their job done, if they have a passion and then they're working towards something, let them have that peace. And I was going back to say, like, let me have my peace, and I feel like now that the world is what the world is, I can turn my peace into profit, or turn my peace into growing my fan base by Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know what I mean? So like if I'm playing 2K, I could just have like my fans watch me, or my supporters watch me, or even get new supporters from just do that, and then also bring them back to the music. You know what I mean? Or back to our podcast. You feel me? Which is something that we're also grinding on, like music and our podcast. So in a nutshell, I'm just saying, like, I love 2K, but you know, 2K be hoeing us sometimes with the prices.
Sure,
but but yeah, that's it. Comes out tonight, and my birthday's tonight, so midnight. So yeah.
Well, happy early birthday.
Yeah. So this is the birthday podcast.
Yeah, this will come out on Avery's birthday. So he won't be.
Oh, yeah, come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, dang.
So he won't be promoting, or he won't be responding to anything. You know, but he's gonna be busy.
That's funny.
But you guys could put in the comment, put happy birthday. You know, to Avery. Shout out to him.
Shoot. I am turning 21.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Yeah, I mean, I'm turning 21. You feel me?
Add a decade.
Damn, bro, let me put my business in the street, bro.
I'm 31 too.
I gotta let them know that, you know, I'm still young out in these streets, man. I'm still
younger than me.
So you know what? You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna say, if anybody ever asks me how old I am, I'm not gonna say it anymore. Like, I'm gonna just say I was born in '92.
No, then they could do the math. I'd be like,
well, I'm not gonna say the age. I don't want to say the age.
Just say I'm over 21.
I don't want to say the age, dude. I feel like this age, and granted, bro, I get it, man. Shout out to everybody who's way older than me. You know,
Shout out to all the oldies.
But like, bro, like,
all the cougars,
I kind of feel a little old, and I know I'm young, but like, bro, like this age is like, it's very weird age.
It is, bro.
It's very weird age.
I mean, for me too. I mean, I'm 31 and I'm starting a whole new chapter of shit, bro. Like I mean.
Yeah,
we got a new studio. I got a new haircut. The hair's gone.
It's a weird age, man.
It's a new chapter, bro.
I don't know. I'm blessed. I would say this. I'm blessed to see this age. That's one thing that my grandma, my mom, like my dad, all the wisdom people would say, because, bro, we're in a really good age. But like at the same time, coming from being young and like 21, it's like, whoa, bro. 21. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I would. You know, my young 18-year-old self coming to LA, I thought I'd be Jay-Z, Dr. Dre right now. Kendrick, J. Cole.
Funny thing, right? As I was setting up this studio, I was going through some old stuff, and I found in my wallet. Actually, I'm gonna pull it. Oh, I don't have my wallet on me, but in my dresser that I had, there was a $1 bill in there. And I looked at it, and I opened it up. I had written $1 million by 27.
Oh, man.
That was 5 years ago. And let me just tell you, I am far from $1 million right now. But maybe, who knows? Maybe I have $1 million next day. Who knows? Anything's possible.
You know what's crazy?
I might be closer than ever and might not know.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I just talked to somebody. I think it was in an Uber. Oh, I'm gonna tell the story I told him yesterday. It was this guy I was talking to, actually.
Oh yeah, this is dope.
So yesterday in the Uber, I was driving Uber, and like I was trying to make bread. Like I was having a tough time, man. And like money when it comes, it goes. Like it's like, you know, it's crazy. But I was driving Uber to get money, guys. All right. So I do Uber on the side, whatever. I pick this guy up. I go to his location, and you have 5 minutes, guys. If an Uber comes to you, you have 5 minutes before they leave, and they charge you. So I come to this guy. Pause. I pick up this guy, and I'm waiting, dude. So 3 minutes pass. After 3 minutes, they charge this guy for my wait time. So now I'm waiting. They charge him a little extra. So I think they charge him I don't know how much they charge him, but they charge him for an extra 2 minutes. So I'm sitting there waiting. He's still not coming. He hasn't come out. And I'm like, dang, dude, like he's taking forever. So the time comes where in the Uber app, it tells you like you can cancel this ride and you will get paid $3. But at the time I needed bread, and I'm like, man, you know what? $8, which is what he was gonna pay me if I took him wherever he was gonna go. $8 is more than $3. Dude, I'm gonna just wait, dude. Like F it, like it's whatever. Yeah. So I waited, and then he come out. He's like, oh man, I'm so sorry, bro. Like I didn't know you were here. Somebody else got the ride for him. Whatever. So he gets in the car, and like I'm just nice to everybody. Like I'm not gonna be a dick to him. Like, you know, I was like, it's all good, bro. Don't even trip, man. He's like, we start the ride, and like, you know, I'm not really talking. That was the little conversation that we had at the beginning. But we started driving. He's like, "Hey, how are you doing today, man?" I'm like, "Oh man, I'm good, man. I'm just trying to make the money." He's like, "Were you working all weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. You know, bro, money's scarce. You know what I mean? So like, you got to kind of grind."
Where'd you pick him up at? Where was
this was Orange County, Stanton or something. But he was a recovering like addict. So like he was recovering alcoholic guy, a recovering alcoholic. So it was like a pristine recovery place.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're picking him up from recovery place?
He had bread.
Damn. Okay.
The conversation we had. This dude has a lot of money.
Okay.
So
he made some good decisions apparently.
No, for sure. Like he still has a lot of. I'll tell you.
Okay.
So I picked this guy up. He's like, "Oh man, how you doing? Whatever. I'm like trying to get the money. Blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh man, it's cool. Like that's good, man, for sure." He was like, "Maybe this will help your day." And then on my shoulder, he hands me a tip, and I'm like, "All right, cool." Like I get the thing. I'm like, "Yo, bro, this is $100, bro. Like, this is way too much, dude. Like, no, it's all good. It's all good." And he's like, "Nah, man, I'm trying to make your day better." And I'm like, "Yo, bro, I'm trying to go for that. I'm trying to make this in a day. I'll make this in like 3 or 4 hours, bro." He's like, "Yeah, man, that's on you, bro. Like, I hope you have a better day." And granted, this ride just started, so I have like 15, 20 minutes with this guy. Damn. So like, I'm like, "Man, dude, thank you, bro. Like, I really needed it." And I was gonna leave. Like, but I knew I needed that $8 more than the $3.
Damn,
so
bro.
I stayed.
Patience.
He's like, "Man, dude, like that's cool." And we should start talking. And then he just started telling me that he has a lot of bread. Like he just told me he has an identical twin brother who's taken the route of a more positive route, but they both have bread.
Oh, okay,
but the brother is not an alcoholic like him.
Damn,
so he's
bro.
in the system.
That's crazy.
But
that is crazy.
This is how I know he has money. He blessed his brother's wife with a mommy makeover. I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
But you know what it is?
I mean, I would have just assumed that like he was probably got her all done up because
exactly. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Got her clothes.
So he was saying that it was like 20 G's to do that.
Holy
and I was like,
shit.
"Man, that's crazy." And I was like, "Man,
bro?"
I was like, "What do you do, bro?" And he was like, he says like he does like something for older people or something like that. Like he's an investor or something like that.
Probably a financial investor or something.
And he was telling me like, dude, like how much money he makes, and like I was like, dude, like man, I'm so blessed, bro. He's like, "Yeah, man, our paths will meet again." I didn't tell him about music. We literally just talked about a blessing, and it was really dope. So I don't know what I was going with.
Shout out to that guy, basically.
Where was I going with that?
That was just dope. I mean, you got $100 tip.
Yeah, $100 tip.
Did you keep driving after that?
I drove someone else after that, and then I was like, "Nah, I'm good after that." Because my car, I didn't even take it to Rigo, so I was good for that day. So I stopped driving. But there was something I was gonna say. We were talking about something. That's why I brought that up. Dang it, bro. It'll come back to us. But yeah, that happened yesterday, and it was a dope ride. I got a $100 tip, man, and like, man, that was freaking.
Awesome,
shout out to that guy. His name's Charles, man. Shout out to that guy. I don't know if
you'll ever see this.
Yeah, because I didn't give him anything of my music. I didn't talk about the podcast, nothing. We literally talked about being a blessing to people, and like he blessed me that day, and I was like, man, that's
so dope,
that's really dope, man. So yeah.
Well, damn, bro. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get on Uber now. Yeah, I'm trying to get on Uber too. Hopefully, I get some more some $100 tips. You know,
man, you're in Huntington, bro. Yeah. So like, you're a nice dude. Laguna. So like, all you gotta do genuinely to get tips. Like, this is what I found out is that all you gotta do is just talk to people and then be nice to people. Like,
or don't talk to them if they don't want you to talk to them. Then
You don't force a conversation, but like a lot of people like
they want to
appreciate like a nice drive and a nice talk.
Course,
you know what I mean? So that's
I usually talk to the people, like especially too, like even like we went to Vegas. When Kat and I went to Vegas, we were talking, and he picked up on the fact that Kat was Cambodian, and he was like,
"Oh, really?
And he
was
he
like,
Asian? No, he was Mexican or something like that. But he's like, I know a lot of Cambodians and stuff, and like he was like, you know what? He was from Long Beach. That's why.
Okay, yeah,
that's why he was from Long Beach,
got.
And he was like, oh yeah, I know like little Cambodia town and stuff, and we're like, oh shit, and then so we started talking to him, and we had a great ass conversation. I ended up tipping him big because I was just like, dope, like you know.
Word. See, that's what I'm saying. Like all it is, that's all it is. If somebody has it, they're definitely bless you because they're like, oh, you don't have to go out of your way to be nice.
Yeah,
like, exactly, you know what I mean? Like, because dude, we like I just thought about this the other day or yesterday when I got the tip. I was like, man, like I really didn't trip over tips. I didn't care. Like, oh, whatever, it's good. But if you really think about it, bro, like God forbid, knock on wood, like driving is dangerous. You know what I mean? And like you have somebody's life in your hands. So like, you know what I mean? That's like it's a service. Like it's like a man, like you trusting somebody to get you
to drive you. Yeah,
get you there safe.
I don't trust a lot of people.
Yeah, you trust somebody to get you there safe. So that's like actually a huge like like that's a huge service actually. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like you're paying somebody to do it, but like for them to get you there safe and be a genuine human being to ask you how you doing, and you know what I mean?
Dope, bro.
Yeah. So like now I'm like, I'm not expecting a tip, but I'm like, I hope I get a tip because
that's dope,
you know, I'm getting you there safe, and you know what I mean. So
I mean that definitely makes your day, bro. That's like definitely one of those things.
I think we gotta change the podcast to Uber Boys.
Uber Boys. it might be after you.
Because Dre just got approved, so I know my boy about to be on the road probably more than I am.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see. I do need the money right now, so we'll see. But yeah, man. We got some cool stuff though. We were talking about right before this. We were watching the press conferences.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick.
And dude, so this Saturday, so you guys will be seeing this probably, Friday, Saturday, Saturday night. We got UFC.
Yeah.
280
Izzy.
or 290 293
yeah.
And
Izzy the boy,
Izzy the GOAT versus Sean the racist Strickland,
the
neo-Nazi Strickland. He's changed, but yeah, this dude was racist back in the day, and but he's doing his thing, and this is gonna be a really exciting fight. The thing that was, this fight is like, Izzy's already cleared out the division. Sean Strickland's number 5. It's not really, people aren't really thinking it's gonna be a competitive fight. Like, Izzy's like a minus fucking 1200 or some shit, or what was he like? He was like something crazy. Like,
it was 700.
A minus 700.
Tyson was 1200.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's like a minus 700, which is fucking crazy. And so people are already expecting Izzy to just win. But what was crazier during the press conference, I've never seen Izzy get like this before. Like, he even had to do the video at the end where he was like, I almost got out of control, and I had to, like, that's what he was saying in that video.
Yeah.
So there's this dude, Manel Cape, who was there, and I guess he was supposed to fight Kai Kara France, which is one of Izzy's boys. They train together. They're in the same camp, City Kickboxing. Like that's the team, right? This guy was talking shit, like sitting next to Izzy. Like, it's like Izzy, Taito Iwasa, and then that guy. And this guy's talking shit to Kai Kara France.
For people that don't understand, it's literally like if somebody wanted to fight me and Dre's sitting right there and the guy's talking
shit to Avery, and I'm right next to the dude. I'm gonna be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude, like, who are you? Like, and mind you, Izzy's like 3 feet taller than this dude. Like,
sure.
Kai Kara France is tiny. Like, they're small dudes. So like this guy was talking shit to Kai Kara France, who's in the audience, and dude, it started getting heated. He threw a water bottle at fucking Kai Kara France, and Izzy stood up, and Izzy was like, "Hey, you sit the fuck down, bro. Like, don't be doing that shit." Like, and oh man, Izzy was about to go off, and he even had to make like a little Instagram video afterwards and saying, like, he was like, man, like, I always like say to not to react but to respond. And so he's like, but I'm gonna respond. Like, I almost reacted, I almost reacted, and I had to like catch myself. And he's like, so I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy to get. It wasn't even between Izzy and Sean Strickland. It was between Izzy and this guy.
Now imagine Strickland get his beat the hell up because Izzy's just mad.
Yeah, Izzy's mad now. So like, I feel like that whole thing was sick, but then like now it got me excited for the Kai Kara France. I hope that, like, as much as I want Manel Cape to lose to this to the Brazilian
fight Kai.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping like, oh, that's gonna lead up to that fight, which will be fucking crazy.
That'd be crazy. Yeah,
that's gonna be a good fight because they're already heated like that.
Yeah, like, and I'm glad
Kai Kara France is no slacker, bro. He is a beast.
I'm glad I watched it because I would never have known that dude, and like it just made me hate him.
It elevated the fight because I didn't even care about those two guys. Like, I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. Like, this guy's pretty good. And on Embedded, that Manel Cape dude, he was driving like a nice ass Ferrari and stuff. I'm like, how does this guy have money like that? He probably rented it for the fucking fight week, But still, I was like, who is this guy? Like, he's like, I've never really seen him fight. I probably have seen him fight. I just don't remember. And then obviously I know Kai Kara France. I didn't know the background between them and shit. I didn't know they were supposed to fight. I didn't know he pulled out. Like, I didn't know all that stuff. So, and then I saw the other guy who he's fighting. Manel Cape's fighting. I forgot his name. I think it's like Francisco or something like
Felipe.
that. Felipe.
I don't know his name.
But he trains with Charles Oliveira, which is like one of my favorite fighters. And that whole camp is like, they're badass, shoot boxing. So like they're fucking sick. So I was like already kind of hyped on that, seeing that guy fight. But then now it's like that fight went from like the bottom of the card for me to like the top of the card for me. I'm like, okay, this might be fight of the night. So that's gonna be sick.
I mean, me personally, like, because we were also watching the boxing, which we'll get into. The boxing one, it was just UFC is just so entertaining because they have it like, they have it like off the cuff, like let the fighters do whatever they want. I'm pretty sure boxing does the same thing, but these guys are. I feel like these guys are more animated and more like, they have a little bit more. What is it called? A little bit more personality.
Chutzpah.
Yeah, they have a little bit more personality, and like that show, like, I don't know, that dude, I don't know what's his name, Manel,
Whatever
his name is, like, it genuinely made me want to watch him get beat up. Like
Yeah,
that was
sure.
was perfect for him because like it's like
went
I'm
from
pretty
a
sure
no one
he,
to, like, no
yeah,
one
I'm
knew,
pretty
yeah, to,
sure
like-
like if he didn't do that, I'd have been like, I don't care about his fight.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
now I want to watch him
Now
get
that's
beat
one of the
up,
fights
and
that we gotta
if
see.
he wins, I'm like, Kai, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
Kai's
Like, you know
gotta
what I mean?
knock his ass
so
out,
like
bro.
he definitely did his job. Which
Yeah,
is,
he played the heel, which is like
Yeah.
Avery called it too. He's like, man, what a way to be the heel, and I was like, yes, dude, like
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, like he
Yeah.
played the perfect
and
heel.
It's you know
Did
it's
it
crazy
right.
like and I would say this confidently, man, as an adult, UFC is a perfect wrestling as kids when
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
raised.
yeah.
Like it's like as kids we didn't know it was fake. People probably told us, but like when John Cena was at The Rock, you thought they hated each other. It was perfect.
Yeah.
But like the UFC and it's probably the same way where like these guys don't really hate each other, but like they do a really good job of
At
like
selling that.
Yeah, selling it, and
And then at the end of the day, they're really fighting.
yeah,
You know what I mean, like
yeah.
they're really gonna put
actually
the.
fighting.
Yeah.
It's not like scripted. It's
Yeah,
not like
they're putting their
scripted where
hands
it's
on
like
each other. You don't know
it's
what's
like
gonna
John
happen.
Cena's gonna win. Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, so like and that's what's making me love the sport a little bit more is like seeing that part of it.
Yeah.
The drama of it is making me like, oh, okay, cool. Because when he shows me like a what's it called, embedded,
and stuff,
it's like like I get a little bit more invested.
Yeah.
Like when last UFC card where O'Malley beat
Aljamain.
yeah, Aljamain.
Aljo.
Like because there was so much drama in that where it's like not between them two, but because O'Malley was being like
Yeah.
the guy, he was becoming the guy. It
Yeah,
just
becoming
it
the
felt like a
superstar, bro.
movie.
Yeah, it did.
It felt
was
like a
crazy.
movie. So like I think that's what draws me into it. Like I'm not gonna lie, man. I wasn't into UFC, but then dude, once I got into the embedded and the drama of it, dude,
That's what it is.
It gets me hooked.
That's what the UFC does so well is telling the stories and stuff. Like you see the stories of the things. Like a lot of times like boxers like I'll watch a big boxing match like Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, right? Like that was a big boxing match and I was interested in it, but I don't really know Gervonta Davis' story. I don't know who he is, what he's about, what is he like. I don't like know him like that. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. Like I know who he is, but like I've seen him on like Instagram and stuff, but like I don't really know his story, his background. Like you don't see it. Like UFC does a great job at like telling the stories of the fighters
Dude,
and get you invested in the people.
You know what's
and
so-
then you're like, yes, I want to see that dude win. you
Bro,
know?
you know what's so crazy, bro? Hey, all right, this is a perfect segue, man.
Yeah.
God. So I'm gonna work on an album to come out in December.
Nice.
For everybody that really supports me.
Exclusive, breaking
this is for people who support me. I know people don't care about albums anymore, but I am gonna work on an album that comes out in December. And
This December?
yes, this
You're gonna do it
December.
that fast?
Yeah. I mean, we got like 3 months, and I got 2 songs in the tank already. I'm gonna do 10. I'm gonna do
Okay.
10. So I got
Damn.
2 songs. I got we're
All
gonna
right.
8. So I want to. Let me say I want to work on an album that will come out that I want to come out in December, just in case for whatever reason it does not come out. I want to do that. And I was waiting. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to kind of do and what lane I wanted to go. And I had a really success with an earlier mixtape project, and it was called Heavyweight, and it was based on being like a
heavyweight
fighter.
boxer. Yeah,
a fighter.
that was a
So
good one.
now that I'm really into UFC, I might do something like Embedded, where it's like and every time I'm in the studio we talk about it and I get like
That'd be
somebody
sick.
to narrate it.
Let me film it.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
no, for sure,
That'd be
definitely,
sick.
because
That could be my first, my
it's
first project.
It's like I because also there's one big thing that happened in my life as an MC, as an artist, where shout out to Hop, man. Hop said this one thing to me and it always stuck to me, where it's like, I don't know who you are. And I watch UFC so much and it gives the drama, and you were just talking about Tank and like you don't know who he is. I can create this story.
Yeah.
And I could really map out like
That's
the
why I think
embedded,
you gotta,
the embedded of Avery
I
Harden.
think that's what this album has to be for you. It has to be like, and that's why the only reason I say like, well, I was kind of like surprised by the December thing. I'm like, I feel like you should take your time on it a little bit more, but I know how you work, so like I believe that you can get it done by December. But this has to be telling who Avery Harden is. You know what I mean? Like this has to be like, you gotta like, I need to know like about your family, about your growing up, about your life, like not just like the bars, like, and we've said this before too, like we know you can rap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, tell the story of like, who is Avery Harden? Like, where did you come from? Like how was it growing up? Like fucking like Kendrick, like cartoons and cereal, like that stuff, like, like stuff like that made me be like, oh, like that kind of stuff that's like, you're picturing like him, or like, like Good Kid, Mad City, you're seeing like him what he goes through with his friends with like, let's ride, bro, like we gotta go like do this, and Kendrick kind of doesn't want to do it, but he's like doing it because like his homies are like, you know, so you're kind of seeing the story of like, oh, you're getting the personality of Kendrick, like you're like, oh, he's this dude who's like a good kid, but his friends are bad. He grew up in Compton and he's like not wanting to, you know what I mean? So you're getting that story. Like I feel like that's what you gotta like, this is what this album has to be for you. You have to be, we have to know who Avery Harden is by the end of this album.
And I think what would be sick is, for sure, definitely. And what would be sick is to
have the embedded with it thing would be sick. Like to have it along like a story, like a video thing along with it. That's perfect.
Yeah. So we just got an idea. You got an idea, and I the way I work, like we can make this. He said December. He was surprised, but.
No, I know how Avery works.
I can. If
anybody like that's the thing. If I were to say I'm gonna put out an album in December, that shit's not coming out till next December. Let's just be real. Like that's the way I work. But Avery, like when he's like, hey, I did a song and I have a music video coming out, and I'm like, oh, dope. When is it coming out? Oh, it's next week. We're shooting tomorrow. And I'm like, dude, okay, like I'm always like, oh shit.
So
that's how he works. Though. And it works for him. So
man, I think that's the move. And honestly, man, what's gonna happen for you guys? This is my plan. So this is my plan. This is tentative December 1st. I would love for it to come out that day. But we'll see.
I thought you should put it around Christmas when people have like Christmas break because they have plenty of time to like vibe with
this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. So I know, and a lot of people kind of like I gauged it because I did like a little snippet of a song that I have on there that I just threw on Instagram. I was like, do you guys want an album or do you guys want a single? And it was very split. It was very split. Like, oh, put out a single, put out an album. And then my boy, shout out to Lobo, he hit me and he sent me a Rush thing where it's like, oh man, I worked on the album. Nobody cares. And Rush was like, I did singles. So basically he was telling me to do singles. And I was like, that's actually a really like, everybody's doing singles. I get it, but I want to create an album. So
there's something about the like magic of like putting together like a whole concept of something.
Exactly,
like it's fun.
So what I would do. This is exclusive, and I don't think anybody has ever done this. This is just I've never seen this happen. I am going to make a whole album, and on December 1st, the album is going to drop for physical copies. You can only get physical copies, and December 1st, one song will drop, and then or December whatever the Friday that is, one song will drop, and then the next week, the next song will drop, then the next week, the next. So everybody can't get the album until whatever 10 weeks it is, but everybody that supports me and wants to buy the album, they will get it, and then we'll also drop like embedded one.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
like a fight week.
That's what I'm thinking, because everybody, not everybody, but like the culture of hip hop, or not hip hop, the culture of music is singles, and everybody can't focus on the album. But the people who want the album will buy the physical and get it mailed to them. Unfortunately, I'll figure it out, because if you live in another country, it probably would take like 3-4 weeks, and you'll have 4 songs before you get the album.
Or I'll do like your fans will do. You can do pre-orders or something.
Or what I'll do probably for the overseas people is give them the tracks in an email or something like that. That way they can hear it before, because that's what I want, is to be exclusive. Like you, if you want the album, if you want to hear the album, if you want to focus on the album, you gotta be like, okay, Avery, I want this. Please give it to me. Instead of being like a singles person where it's like, all right, I'll focus on one single and wait for you to drop.
But that sounds that actually works, I think, because like because I feel like because music is so available now, like you're kind of creating like scarcity. It's the same thing when like people do like drops for merch, right? Like it's like we're doing, like Teddy Fresh does this, where like they'll like they come out with a drop where it's like, we have these shirts, but like there's only a certain amount, and once they sell out, they're done. You don't get those shirts again. Like we might re-release them later, but they're done. It's not like a thing where it's like now it's like music where it's like you put out a song and people just don't care. Like I see people put songs out and it's just like, hey, please go listen to it. Please go listen to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of thing where it's like it doesn't have that scarcity of that, like that kind of exclusivity. Exclusivity.
And honestly, bro, like if it will be, me personally, I feel like, with your help, obviously, because I don't want to do it with anybody else, because I feel like anybody else would charge me an arm and a leg. I'll give you whatever.
We're doing it for free.
I'll give you. I'll give you food or whatever I can. But I feel like, because I feel like if we did 10 songs and 10 embeddeds, like it's like you do you focus on one song. You focus on why you created it. We do
telling
like
the story of like that
exactly,
song,
and
then,
that
like,
you
background of it and
you
stuff.
put that out with the song. So embedded one with whatever song this is called, and then you put that out.
That's
and then
smart. I like
a music video,
Yeah.
like bro, you have like 3 freaking
That's
things.
so
Like,
much
you know what I'm saying?
content,
That's a lot of content, and
a lot of
also
promotion.
it gives people like, oh damn, what's the next one? Because now they're focused on singles. Not everybody that bought the album. Everybody bought the album. They already see the whole.
But
full
it's
thing.
still cool to like be able to have that like if J. Cole released an album and he had a video for every song. Like not like a music video for every song, but like like an embedded style like video where it's like the background of this song. Like it makes you be like, damn, like this. You connect with that song. Then now it's like, so I think like that's cooler to like get the connection to each song. That's cool, bro. That's a great idea, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, my hope is to really focus. You know, for the next like 2 weeks, I'm gonna be on 2K. But like right around like October, really focus on. You know, I got two songs, 2 solid songs. One's like a really, really rappy song that I definitely love because it's literally, you know, it goes into it can go into my upbringing, you know, that Stroke of Delania. That's a kid, you know, that's us being kids, whatever. And then one with Stevie Joseph, Joseph, where we're talking about like, you know, growing up in the hood, and it works with what you're talking about as well, where I can give the story and I could really paint the picture, and I could do that. I can knock it out. Me personally, I feel like I can knock it out at October. I'm done with writing in October, and then we just film November.
Yeah,
we
right.
film November.
That's
and
it.
then
I want to be. If I feel like if we're gonna be doing it, like I got to be in the studio with you.
Yeah.
When you're doing all the studio stuff, I gotta be in there like recording all that stuff and getting all like the like the.
So what I'm thinking is Rose Hill Studios. Shout out to Rose and Nate.
Okay.
And Nate and I'll have shout out to my boy Lobo. I have my boy Lobo mix and master away from us, so like he'll get all the stems and then we'll send it to him. But like I want to get Nate to record and Rose to record because Rose has a cool studio and Nate's studio wherever he is really rugged. So like that'd be cool to be like in a rugged little spot.
And he's talented. He'll throw some shit on there. Like
I want him to like, you know, Rose is really talented as well. But like I want Nate to like help me like because he has a
they
crazy,
have the producer
Nate,
mindset.
Nate has a crazy mind.
Both of them have like that producer mindset.
Rose
too, like,
has a Drake mentality with like a J. Cole mentality, like that style, and then Nate has something I don't have.
Yeah,
he
like
has that Travis that new sound that's like crazy.
Yeah, it's like different, like evolving.
Exactly. Like, so I kind of want both of them to help. I have not told both of them yet, so I don't know.
So
I don't know if they watch this deep in the podcast.
I doubt it.
If you do, hey, I want you guys to help me, and I haven't told you guys, but I feel that you guys are my boys, and you guys will will help. So yeah, that from like I've been thinking about this album, and like from watching the Embedded and watching the UFC stuff, that just sparked crazy what I want to do with it. So yeah, man, it'll have all my homies on it. From this dude,
I gotta get a track on that.
From this dude to yours to Nate, Rose definitely is gonna have a track, and my boy Steven Joseph, Cam Archer already has. He's on Stroke of Delania.
Okay,
he freaking murdered it.
He's so fucking good,
that song is insane. It's really rappy, so that would probably be the only rappy song. There would be no other song that I do like a crazy rappy song.
I mean, you can do everything.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I mean, like I've given.
Yeah, lots of that.
Yeah, so I like I said, what you just said. People need to know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, nowadays, if you want to make a song that's gonna pop, just what are some of your favorite songs of all time? Just take the same beat, take the same chorus, and just add your verse on it. That's what songs are doing now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so pissed. Just real quick side tangent. Avery is playing that song that's like Freak a Leak, but it's like the new song.
You know, I was
it's
just watching.
Literally.
I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the video.
Yeah, on TikTok. But this song, it's like they played it on the radio, and it's literally the Freak a Leak beat. And then like it's just different words, and I'm like, dude, you guys like that's like me being like, oh hey, I came out with a new song, and it's like Thriller Night, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, yeah, of course the song's gonna be successful because it's Thriller, it's already a successful song. Freak Leak was already a successful song. You can't just take a song that's already successful and just
everybody's doing it,
and everyone's done it. Like Diddy used to do it back in the day, but at least they would like change it up. You know what I mean? Like now it's like to the point where it's like they just are rapping over instrumentals and it's becoming like a hit song, and I'm like, dude, you can't. That's not fair, bro. Like, that's not. I mean,
art. At this point, man.
Anyways, that's my.
I mean, I won't blame it on the labels because that one kid got big off of big shirt Billie Eilish off of YouTube. Off of TikTok.
But that's original though.
No. That's Noriega.
Oh yeah, it is Noriega.
Noriega, yeah. So but he wasn't an industry plant. I feel like a lot of it is industry, like Sweetie and like a lot of these girls that like industry bad. I Could Be Your Fantasy is Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, it's industry doing that. But like that kid was just in his studio with his homies, which is dope. Like that song was. I like that song actually.
Dope as fuck. Did you see he performed with Billie Eilish?
Yeah, I saw that. That was really cool. Yeah, that was really cool. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Billie Eilish.
Because that song is really dope. That song is really dope. But it's a two-edged sword because like I like how he did it and he really grinded to get it. Yeah. As far as like Sweetie and freaking what's the other girl named Lotto, like no disrespect to them, but like they have the machine, so you can easily be like, hey, like let me take Every Step You Take by Diddy and like remix it and
or even that song, that fucking song with The Weeknd that's popping right now. Like it's literally the same song.
Which one?
The one with 21 Savage and The Weeknd where it's like where it's about cheating. What is the song called?
Oh, it's the one I was
all over the radio, bro.
I don't remember. I posted that song.
That song
on Instagram, and everybody was like
Mario Wayans and Diddy back in the day.
It was like his girl was cheating. I have the song.
I say I don't want to know.
Yeah, if you play me, keep it on the low.
Like it's literally like The Weeknd singing the chorus. It's like you're just remaking the song. Like it doesn't make sense. Like it's just so dumb. Yeah. But what I think it is,
in a weird place
is that the record companies, they own all the masters to these songs, so they own the rights to them. So they're like, oh, we can remake. We'll just remake it. You know what I mean? Like it's already a hit song. It's already guaranteed to go platinum or guaranteed to go gold because it's already a hit song. Like which I feel like is cheating. It's like a cheat code, bro.
Honestly, in my opinion, it's technically not a hit song. I think they have the bread to just be like, "Yo, play this."
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Play this, and then now it's one of those things where it's something that you can't get away from. It's like you're gonna listen to it. Like even though you hate it, it's just like, man, I'm gonna keep listening to it. What's the song? Like that song. I don't like that song by Lotto, me personally, but I know it. Bad, I Could Be Your Fantasy. Yeah. Like I don't like the song, but like I know it. You know what I mean?
That's so funny because me and Kat were just having this conversation yesterday because of that song. Last night I couldn't even get an answer.
That song sucks.
Dun, dun, dun. That song sucks. That song sucks. I hate that song.
That song sucks.
But I know all the words to it. And Kat was like, because
they push it on you.
Yeah, but I was singing it the other day in the house. I don't know why. I think she was playing it like on a TikTok or something. And it was stuck in my head, and I kept singing it. And I was singing the whole song. And Kat's like, "How do you know all the words to that?" And I'm like, "Dude, I promise you, I've never listened to this song. Like, I've never gone out of my way to listen to Last Night. I hate that song. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to know that song.
Exactly. That's so funny, bro.
I know it. It's because it's pushing me.
Like it's like, how do I know her part?
If I told you once, I told you
like,
twice.
How do we know that, bro?
I know all the words, bro.
That's so funny,
I've never like, it's not in my library.
That's so funny.
And I told Kat, I'm like, she was like, how do you know all the words? And I was like, it's because they played on the radio all the time. Like, I know it. She's like, you know what's funny? She's like, I never heard that song on the radio. I'm like, yeah, because you don't listen to black radio. You listen to white radio, and they don't play that on there.
But even now,
you gotta listen to like hip hop radio.
Even now, TikTok or just social media in general. Like, what's that one song? Open Gangnam Style. Like, I never went out of my way to listen to that song, or even the what you call it, doom 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 doom, when everybody was doing the what is it called? The challenge. It was a challenge where the Heatles did it. The Heat. God. I can't remember.
I know what you mean though.
And also, like, this is before TikTok, where it was like, oh, the Black Beatles I actually like that song, but you knew that song and you never even went out of your way to, you know what I mean?
So
like, it's social media,
they push on you,
TikTok, like it gets pushed, and you have the marketing dollars to do it. Like, of course, like I think I said this in an interview. Shout out Jackie Hollywood, where like if I had the bread, like I would take a song that I made and dude, if I have $1 billion, bro, I'm gonna give Kim Kardashian, the biggest influencers, my money to be like, yo, just replay this song. Like, bro, if Kim Kardashian's getting a bag to play a song, doesn't matter how bad it sucks. She's gonna replay it. Billie Eilish, whoever else is that big, Selena Gomez, like, be like, here, please play this at least 10 times a day, bro. It's going crazy. If it sucks, they will make fun of it, and it still would be in your head, like, you know what what I mean? Ice JJ Fish. He's a perfect example, bro. Like Ice JJ Fish, we heard him everywhere.
He's a legend. Though,
I never went out of my way to listen to "It's Something About You, Girl." I never went out of my way, but everybody was making fun of it. But you heard it; it sucked. It didn't do anything. But shout out to Ice JJ Fish because he Uber like us, man. Shout out to Ice JJ Fish.
He part of the Uber boys.
Yeah. He's
gonna be in the next episode.
I hope, man. I hope you bounce back because, man, like Ubering's tough, bro. So you, I think you had a big. What is it called? A big.
My face hurts from like laughing.
I think Ice JJ Fish had a big downhill from doing Uber now, because, bro, like we do Uber, bro. And, like, we try to get up on our money, bro.
If I had to hit like an Ice JJ Fish, bro, it'd be over.
You gotta invest your money. I think he probably invested his money. I don't know, but shout out Ice JJ Fish, man.
When Tofu walks in the room, bro, I'm watching him just to see, like, don't fuck anything up, bro. We got this set up looking nice. Don't fuck anything up, bro. Anyways, but no. So what was I gonna say though? The whole thing. Oh, so when you were like, oh, like how Billie Eilish, blah blah blah. I was thinking of I actually had an idea for like an album or like a project where where every song is just named after a celebrity. And just like all like have a song called Ariana Grande, have a song called Billie Eilish, have a song called Selena Gomez, have like just that's what I was thinking of doing. Just like
that's actually.
So that might be.
I'm pretty sure though.
Project. I got a couple of ideas.
It would be dope, but I feel like because what I do when I create music, I try to I go to Spotify or YouTube to see if anybody has that title, and I steer away from that title because I want my title to be unique. But like I feel like a lot of people have like Ariana Grande or Selena Gomez because they, you know.
But I don't know if there's songs called like there's songs by them, but I don't know if there's songs called Ariana Grande. Just like Billie Eilish, like that song Billie Eilish, like. Yeah, black t-shirt, Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I gotta look it up, but
and then and then now he's on stage with her. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking like maybe I do a song called Ariana Grande. Next thing you know, we're doing a song together. You know? What I mean? So who knows? But anyways, the whole thing. I wanted to bring it back to the how you were talking about the stories and stuff. Because another thing that is still on topic with this whole storytelling thing is after watching the UFC press conference. They also released a press conference for boxing, which is Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. And man, bro, like this has to be like it is like a divine work of God. This fight, like it is crazy. Like the backup story, just everything leading into it, like so many coincidences, just everything. Like one thing that I already knew. If you guys don't know Francis Ngannou. Heavyweight champion in the UFC, left the UFC. Now he's going to be boxing. His story is insane. Like, just like he came from Cameroon. He was working in the sand mines. Like a nobody. He had to escape Cameroon like 5 times just to get to France. Was homeless in France. Wanted to be a boxer. He said he figured out he could make more money doing UFC than boxing. Mm-hmm. So then he started doing that. Then he became the heavyweight champion. Now he's fighting the lineal heavyweight champion of boxing to do the two different sport heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Crazy.
It's fucking crazy. And what I didn't even think about, like his story is already crazy by itself, but he's fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is named after Mike Tyson. And who's training Francis Ngannou? Mike Tyson, bro. So like I didn't even think about that part of the story, but when they were interviewing Tyson Fury and he was like, how does it feel to be like you were named after this guy and now he's training the guy that you're fighting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, bro, I feel like I'm in a storybook too. Like it's crazy. Like just everything leading up to this fight has just been like so insane. It's going to be legendary, bro. It's going to be insane. Like Mike Tyson in the corner of Francis Ngannou, who is fighting Tyson Fury, who is named after. It's just like, bro, everything. It's like divine shit, bro.
I hope that because they're not with Showtime, so it's not gonna be because you know how Showtime does it for boxing.
It's on ESPN Plus, which is cool.
So they might do like an embedded type with them. That would be cool because
hopefully
what you're saying how it's done. If they do it like an embedded, that'd be sick.
I mean, this needs to be a movie. Like this is what's crazy is like the Francis Ngannou movie. Like this is gonna be like we already talked about it, but like the Francis Ngannou movie is gonna be crazy, especially if he wins. If he beats Tyson Fury, the movie like this is the ultimate ending to the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is the lead up. He's fighting the fucking guy. He's at the very top. Everyone thought he was going to lose. Everyone thought he was stupid for getting out of the UFC. Like, and now he's fighting Tyson Fury. And if he beats Tyson Fury, bro, the only person to ever beat Tyson Fury, it'd be fucking movies, like you can't write a better movie than this, bro. Like this is like it seems fake. Like if this were to happen in a movie, like everything that's happening, it would be like this is too unbelievable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, oh, like he was named after Mike Tyson. Now Mike Tyson's training his opponent. Like everything just seems like almost too good to be true. It's wild, bro. So like if you guys aren't watching that or invested in this, like get in it now, because I'm telling you, 5 years when this movie comes out, you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have been watching this when it was happening. You know? Because it is literally legendary magic stuff that's happening right now. So that's happening. That fight was cool, and it was interesting to see like the UFC press conference right before the boxing press conference, because boxing is so like clean, like they try to keep it clean and professional and stuff, and UFC is just kind of like they're like cussing, they're yelling at each other, like the guy's like throwing a water bottle and like all this crazy shit, and then then Tyson Fury goes up there and says, beat the pussy up, call me what do you say?
Come here, Larry Holmes. Yeah,
and so he said that, and then right after he said that, there's like a little disclaimer. Disclaimer, sorry for offensive language. Like inappropriate.
That's so like, funny, bro.
It's so funny. We're like, damn, bro.
But I mean, honestly, for Tyson, that's actually good. Like it's like, oh shoot, like he's getting us hyped.
I mean, Tyson Fury is the ultimate showman, bro. Like that's the thing too, is like if you guys don't know who Tyson Fury is, look him up, bro, because this guy, not only is he one of the best boxers, he also has an incredible story, and he's just a showman, bro. Like after every fight, he fucking sings like he's crazy, bro. He's the Gypsy King, bro. He's a wild boy. Yeah. So like that's
I mean, I'm not a big fan, but I wasn't a big fan because he beat my boy Deontay.
Yeah.
But seeing him today, I'm like, he's cool.
He was
showing love
to.
He was showing a lot of love to Francis. Like,
and he's only 4 years older than us.
That was dope. That was dope. So yeah. Shout out to that. I'm excited. I'm excited for that, which is October, right?
Yeah. So that's October 28th. So we got some good, bro.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
Like I feel like.
That's what I was going to say.
Everything coming up is that's
what I say. Okay, yeah, that's what I say. Okay, so I remember what I was going to say. Shout out to October 28th. Okay, so we're going to talk about. So the reason I got back to this because I was thinking like we got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. We're working hard for you guys, and we want to give you guys the best content. And that's why I was talking. That's why I brought it up, because I was talking to the guy in the car, bringing that back to the rich guy in the car. He was like, "Oh, what does success look for you?" That's what he asked me, and I didn't. I in my mind at the time we were talking about blessings, but I thought I didn't talk about my music, but I did. And he said, "What does success look like for you?" And I said, "I'm a musician, and success for me looks like it looks like a lot of people have different success, like I just said, like I thought 31 would, I thought I would be Jay-Z, J. Cole, whatever. But success to me has a solid 100 or 1,000 fans, supporters, diehard. Like I have a lot of followers, I have a lot of people that like my music, but I'm talking about 1,000 or 100 that spend $100 or so on merch, on CDs, whatever, a year. That's $100,000 at 1,000. If 1,000 people spend 100 and they're diehards, not just like, hey, like your music's cool, like yo, I genuinely support you and I'll buy a T-shirt every quarter. That's $20. That's $100,000. And for this podcast as well, I don't have crazy expectations, but I also have that type of mentality where it's like, yo, we just want a genuine, diehard support system where you guys can watch the content we give you guys, and then we put out a merch and you guys support that, and that gives this podcast $20,000 a year, and that's perfect for our podcast to help us grow, get a space, blah blah blah. We don't like me personally. I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I don't. Not necessarily. I would love it. Like, I would love that Your Mom's House podcast, but it's like, why do I think that big? Like, I don't. I could dream big, but it's like you could be successful and be a little smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like success doesn't have to. Yeah. And I'm saying like, and that's what I'm thinking for myself is like, man, being getting older, I'm like, yo, success does not have to be $100,000 billion. Like it's like no, like dude, like if I make $100,000, that's like a doctor. I make off creating my music or creating good content and podcasts for you guys. Like, dude, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's where he asked me that question. I was like, man, like that's what I feel like success is. Like success is living comfortably off of the art that we create, which is whether it's podcasts, whether it's music, whether it's video embedded stuff we do, like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, man, that's why I wanted to say that. I brought it back because that's really important.
That's a good point though, because it reminded me because I guess because for me, like I always thought the same thing. Like, I obviously wanted, like, I've always wanted to be a rapper since I was fucking in elementary school. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to rap. I've always wanted to do that. Like, but my thing, and I've always said this, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, but like when I was looking at, like, when people are like, oh, like, what do you want? Like, who would you want your career to be like, or who do you want to be like? You know, obviously, like, a lot of people are like, oh, like, I want to be like Jay-Z. Like, I don't necessarily want to be Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z's the GOAT. Like, but like, I've always said, like, I want to be like Fabulous, like Fabulous, because like he has hit songs, people know him, they respect him, but he's not like the most famous guy in the world. Like, not everyone knows who Fabulous is. Yeah, like, that's what I like about that. It's like, I want to be known and respected within my, like, and have that success, but I don't want to be J. Cole where I'm on a stage in front of 100,000 people. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I would rather be like in front of 1,000 people that all fuck with me and all know my shit, that all come out to see it. So like, that's kind of like, it's interesting that you said that, because like that's kind of how I always thought about it. Like, I always thought, like, oh man, like, Fabulous is how I want to be. Like, I don't want to be like, like, he's not being inducted into the Hall of Fame and, like, all that stuff, but to me he is like one of those guys, you know what I mean? And I like him, I respect him, but he can kind of disappear and like not disappear, you know what I mean? Like, he could, like, you know what I mean? He'll come out with the song every once in a while, come out on a feature, he'll make a hit song here or there, you know what I mean? But it's that's what I've always kind of looked up to. So I think that's a good point that you said. Like,
I think because I mean, me personally, man, like, it's like I dream very big, bro, and I have big dreams. Like, DMX did a concert. A festival thing. Yeah, that's one thing that I would love to do in my career. That would be freaking amazing.
Which you just almost did.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I did that with Hop, which is, I think it's probably like 1,500 to 2,000 people, which is crazy, and I'm very blessed. But I'm saying, as far as like when people think about when they say success, like, what does it look like? Like do I think, like, am I sitting here like, oh, like, man, I'm gonna be as big as Jay-Z? It's like we live in a different climate of music, and like what we were just talking about like albums and singles and everything, like, it's so saturated. So to find that core base, like, it's gonna be hard. It's still hard. Like, dude, the biggest artists to this day, and I've spoke to Hop about this and other bigger artists, like, they flaunt like they got it all, but like, bro, like, they can't drop a shirt and, like, you know what I mean, sell 20 of the shirts. They can't do that because the label is backing them, and like, nobody wants to buy a shirt from it because you don't have a core base. That's why I rock with Hop so much, because
Hopsin is a perfect example of that. Like, he's successful, he's big, he has his core base, but he's not like ultimate famous. Like, if I ask like someone, hey, do you know who Hopsin is? They're most likely not gonna know who he is. But people in the hip hop world, they know who he is, and he's respected, and he's like that. That's what I would mold myself after. That's what I would want to be, a Hopsin, not like a Jay-Z or Drake or J. Cole. Like, those are obviously, if I were to get there, I'm not gonna be mad about it. You know what I mean?
Sure,
obviously, but I think that's what I would be shooting.
And that's the crazy part about what I'm like about the whole thing is, like, man, like, Hop can, and it's because he's this big. You know what I mean? Hop can disappear and still have his core. Yeah, exactly. Let's just put another person up. Roddy Ricch, like, he's disappeared right now. I don't think he would have the same exact success as he did when the box came out. He will have fans, but like, he can't drop a T-shirt like Hop would drop a T-shirt and sell out. You know what I mean? Like, even low key, I talked about this. I think I did like an Instagram or something. I was like, why are these artists all doing festivals? It's like, because they can't sell out. Yeah, they can't sell out a theater. Like, a lot of people with a theater or a venue, they can't sell out. A lot of these people are huge. You know who they are, but you're not paying your hard-earned money to go see them. That's the core. That's what I'm talking about. That core fan base. That you come, like, people, dude. I don't know if I talked about this last time when we talked about the show, but like, bro, in the Colorado Springs show, I probably did, but let me just talk about it again. This is what I mean about core following, somebody that's diehard for you. So when I went to Amsterdam, I opened up for High Res. There was a kid that flew from the States to see him in Amsterdam because he doesn't tour. That's a core. That's somebody who's crazy. Diehard for you. So this same kid flew to the Colorado, he didn't fly from Amsterdam, somewhere in America, went to the Hobson show because he is a core follower of Hobson, and that's the dedication I'm talking about. That's what I want. That's success for me. Like, I don't want nobody to be like, yo, Avery, you tight with the raps, man. I want them to be like, yo, like I get what you're saying, and I believe you wholeheartedly, and I want to support it. You know what I mean? Not somebody being like, yo, the box is hard. The box is hard. All right, I got a show. The box is cool, but I don't know any other songs. Like, Like, I want you to be like, yo, I connect with everything that you're saying. Every
song, everything.
And that is success to me. Whether it looks like, you know what I mean? I'm dreaming big. I want 1 million plus. Trust me, I'm dreaming big. But if it looks like 1,000 core, I'm fine. That's not me diminishing my dream, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, in the climate of music, like, a lot of people don't really care.
And I think, a lot of artists too are looking to be that thing. Like, they're not focusing on their core audience like that. Like, a lot of them are like, they're trying to get anybody. You know what I mean? And it's not about that. It's like what I said. I've said this before on the podcast, I think, but like when I worked at the animal hospital, that Dr. Cal, like when he bought we had an old veterinarian who ran the practice. She sold it to the new veterinarian, and when he bought it, he switched everything up, changed it, and a lot of customers were leaving. And he told me like I don't care if these people are leaving, because what I'm offering high quality medicine, and the people who want that are going to stick around and pay for me and stay for me. So I don't care if I lose I don't care if I lose 1,000 people to gain 100, you know, because those 100 people are going to stick with me, and those are the fans, those are the people I want, those are the customers I want that are willing to pay for that high quality product. You know what I mean? I don't want to give out low quality product and have 10,000 people. I'd rather give out a high quality product and have 100 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it's like that's kind of that same thing where
exactly.
and it makes sense, bro. Like and I think a lot of people aren't thinking like that. A lot of people are thinking like, how do I get the biggest fame? How do I go viral?
Yeah.
How do I get and like the thing about going viral, bro, is you're a flash in the pan. Like every single time, like every single person, like they're viral for 5 minutes and then they're gone, and you know you don't know who they are. You see them, you're like Ice JJ Fish, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, or like whoever, like
JJ Fish.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things, man. Like it's but it's dope though. I really rock with that, man.
Yeah.
It's inspiring that you're saying that stuff. It's inspiring me to like think about stuff too. I'm like, damn, man.
I'm not gonna lie. It's because I'm getting older. It's that wisdom. It's the wisdom.
Avery, happy birthday, bro.
It's the wisdom, man. It's the wisdom, man. But that brings me to this.
It definitely comes with that.
Everyone who's sitting here and watching, you're this far, bro. Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
dude.
Seriously.
And
bro,
I know this is probably a long episode. I feel like it's probably a long episode. It might not be, but because you are this far, you're literally watching this part.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Because like you could have watched the first 10 minutes, and that's still dope for sure. But like you are here, which means you are the person that we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
Because we put a lot of work into this shit, and it is like it is one thing. Like for like when we put out the podcast, like I'm always looking at the numbers and stuff, but like the one thing that's cool about this podcast for us is we're not hitting 1,000 views, we're not hitting like 10,000 views, whatever, but we have a consistent 150 views every single week, you know, and that's cool to me because I'm like, damn, that means that there's like 100 people at least, or maybe even if it's just 50 people.
Yeah, what do they have to do? What's the how
long
much
you have to watch it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think like 30 seconds or something. But
30 seconds. Well, that's still cool.
Our view time is pretty good too. So, but I'm sure there's like enough people like there. Let's say we get 150 views. If there's even 5 to 10 people that are watching the full episode like this every single time,
that's so dope.
Like that's dope as fuck to me. Like that's cool that you guys are doing that. You know, so like we
that's
appreciate
so crazy.
You guys, man. Like,
and you know what's crazy? You know what's even crazier? Because Dre's in the podcast. I'm not in the podcast. I don't even watch our videos fully through because I'm not in the podcast.
The only reason I watch it is because I have to edit it.
so we appreciate you guys for real, dude. Because like I could probably be saying something crazy and I don't even know.
Yeah, I edit it out whenever we say anything. But it's like it's the same thing for me though. Like I'm a diehard fan of like the Flagrant 2 podcast or like Your Mom's House podcast. Like I watch that every week, every episode, the full thing all the way through. You know what I mean? So like I know that there's people like me that are willing to watch this. That's why we did this. That's why this whole thing, like a lot of people when we first started doing this podcast were telling me at least, like, oh, like, are you guys sure you want to guys do like a whole hour? Like, you guys want to do 2 hours? Are you sure? Like, why don't you guys start with like 10 minutes? And I'm like, no, because like that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do a 10-minute podcast.
Yeah.
I don't want to just get people in for 10 minutes. I want people who are willing to watch a 2-hour podcast, because I watch 3-hour podcasts
which is
every single day.
Which is
you know what I mean?
nuts,
So like,
which is wild. I
mean, like, you throw it on and it's over before you know it, man. Like, you know what I mean? So like, it's like, that's what I like about these podcasts.
Which is crazy too, because if you even think more into it, it's like if we have over 150, like that's the people watching. I don't think people are coming back for another hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the same thing. You feel me? So that's even crazier.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's crazier when I think about Flagrant getting 2 million, and it's like those are 2 million people watching it at one time. Because you don't go back to watch it.
You don't
like,
watching. But that's the thing about podcasts, is it is not like evergreen, right? It's like, it's not like we're making content that's like this episode in 2 weeks is like, it's pretty relevant, you know what I mean? Unless you're like I feel like the ones that are good for us, that are like maybe more relevant, and that's probably why they get more views, is like when we do reviews on like movies, right? Like, because it's like, oh, we do a Blue Beetle review, like you might not see the movie till 3 weeks later, and you might go back and watch our review. You know what I mean? But like stuff like that. But when it's like stuff like this, when we're just talking, like we're talking about fights that are gonna happen on Saturday, you know what I mean? Like by the time it's Saturday, by the time it's Sunday, like this podcast is irrelevant almost. Like, you know, so it's that, you know, it's cool that you guys are like kind of keeping up with it and like watching it, because that's how it is. Like, I mean, like, I never watch the same podcast twice, unless it's like H3. H3 is the only one that I'll watch twice, because like I watch it by myself and then I watch it with Kat.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
stuff like that.
Shout out to Dax and Diane.
Yeah, exactly.
The biggest supporters. We appreciate y'all.
Y'all watch every episode, comment on everything.
I think we got some new big supporters too. Shout out to Krista.
Yeah.
Krista, she's in Oklahoma. I rock with her. Yeah, she's dope. She rocks with the music heavy. So for her to be watching the podcast, that is amazing.
Really dope,
I think Mac Perry's still watching, but I'm not sure. But I know Krista for sure gets down on our podcast.
Shout out to Krista.
Krista
the Ballista.
Krista, Diane, and Dax. Man,
so
appreciate
we're
y'all.
on our way to 1,000. We got three core. So we need.
We're gonna wait to drop merch. You know,
I already got some good idea for merch and shit, bro. I want to make a shirt that says "My Captain America is Black."
Yo,
isn't that a good merch?
That is good. That is good.
I won't wear it, but I will wear it. I'm gonna wear it to Dr. Umar.
That is funny, bro.
I have so many ideas for like some good ass merch. So once we get like I
got a new merch guy too.
Yeah,
he's right. He's in Long Beach now.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, and he does small runs too.
Yeah.
So we could do like 10 or 20 shirts.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want to do like small runs, like little like things where it's like exclusive
shirts.
Funny. Maybe every couple months we'll do like a 1 or 2 shirts, like, you know, that are just exclusive, and once they sell out, they're gone. You know.
Yeah. So
I want to start doing stuff like that.
We'll start doing merch too, man. Which is the ultimate goal. Like, you know what I mean?
We could play on like the superhero stuff, and we can play on the rap stuff, you know, so we can do like different things. Like we can have like, I don't know, we can do some cool stuff. I have a lot of ideas for some cool stuff that we can do.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's unique merch. So.
Hell yeah, bro. So it's looking good on our end, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up right now. Yep. October is a big month. And then November is a big month, and then December sounds like an album's coming. So shoot, we're gonna pull up.
I'm still doing my video and photography stuff. So if you guys have any requests or anything, you know, I'll hit you with the cheap, low, you know, especially if you use the code word ABOV The Multiverse, you'll get a 90% discount.
Or Uber Boys.
Yeah, Uber Boys. Code Uber Boys, you know.
Uber Boys, man.
But yeah, man. We're gonna get some shirts.
That's a shirt right there.
That's a merch.
Uber
that's
Boys.
merch too.
The Uber Boys. That's funny, bro.
But yeah, man, so we're gonna get some stuff going, and obviously, you know, we got some more stuff happening. I know I keep saying that I'm gonna drop a single and stuff. I've literally, my whole thing and this is just on my personal level, if you guys want to get to know me a little bit, just like my transition that I've been having lately, like this last month has been like, you know, kind of difficult, but it's been also really therapeutic and really good for me, because I feel like my, like, you know, they say like your house or your cleanliness and stuff will represent your mind. So like if you have like a cluttered house, it's because you have like a cluttered mind. I feel like I've been able to like kind of declutterify a lot. Like I started with the living room, and then I worked on my bedroom. Like I got the new bed, and we cleared up the bedroom and stuff. Like did I had clothes on the floor. I was just being a slob, you know. All my clothes are folded. They're all put away now and shit. Like, and then now the garage, like, you know, like I'm like slowly cleaning everything up, and it's like mentally like clearing me up a little bit. So now I feel like, okay, cool. Like now I feel a little more comfortable where I'm like, okay, I got my desk area set up. Like now I feel like cool. Like I can sit down and I can work on music. You know what I mean? And not feel like oh, like if I work on music, I have to do this. I have to do this. It's like I'm slowly like knocking those things off that list of things that I feel like I have to do. So then now I'm like, okay, cool, I'm good. Like I don't have to worry about like this or that or this. And now I can just focus on like making a song or like doing anything.
The streets need the case of the Mondays, bro.
Yeah, I know. Case of the Mondays. Oh, and I got
the streets need it.
Oh, just wait, bro. Y'all don't even know. That's gonna be a real personal one. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff to say on that project, bro. That project's gonna be spicy, bro.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be good. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff coming out. This weekend's gonna be dope. We're having it. You're probably not gonna be able to see it. If you guys see it by tomorrow and you guys want to hit me up and want to come through, if you guys are in Orange County, we're gonna be having a tattoo party at my place. My boy, shout out my boy yours, his brother, Royal Tattoos. He's coming through from. I think he's from.
They're from Ohio, right?
Yeah, from Cleveland. So I think he's gonna.
I don't know if he's from. I know
yours is from Ohio, but his brother's coming out, and he's a tattoo artist. He's a really fucking dope tattoo artist. He's gonna be out here, and we're gonna do like a little tattoo party. So and we're gonna be having the fights on and stuff.
What's a tattoo party? What is it?
So basically, he's gonna bring his stuff, and like whoever wants to get a tattoo, he'll tat him up, and I think he's gonna like give out discounted prices and stuff, hook you up.
Oh shit!
Hopefully, I get a free tattoo because I'm hosting.
You
know
hosting
what I mean? Yeah. So I can use another one.
Oh shit!
So yeah, we'll see what happens, but yeah, it's gonna be dope, bro. So this Saturday I'm hyped because we're gonna have the tattoo party with the UFC fights going on, and I got my other TV, so we got an extra controller. I just got Madden.
Yeah.
2K is gonna be out. We can be playing 2K. We can be playing Madden.
I'll bring my PS5.
Yeah.
So I can smack everybody in 2K.
I think you can log in on my PS5 and you could play your games.
2K.
Yeah, because I've done that before with Matt, where Matt had games like Matt and Dax had like certain games, and like we would go over and just log into each other's stuff, and then you can play that game. You know.
Okay. So, I'll bring the real controller. Yeah. Not the drift controller.
Yeah.
I just brought a drift controller because I don't know what happened. Freaking PlayStation, man, they know how to like.
After a couple years, they're like
so this controller drifts a little bit, so I brought it over because everybody comes over here, so we need a controller to like play. So, but when 2K is involved, I'm bringing my real controller so I can smack everybody. You know what I'm saying? But on that note,
I was
about to say it's time.
It is time.
Wait, what time is it? Dang, I still got like 9 hours.
Yeah,
bro.
You got a lot of time, bro. You got a lot of time. In the meantime, though, we can play Madden. You know? Which I don't want to. You know, I saved this to the end of the podcast. But let's just say yours. We gotta get another rematch. I gotta let you redeem yourself.
Shoot, yeah,
he even told me, he's like, the funniest thing is me and my boy yours. We played Madden online. We played 3 games. I won 2 out of 3. We're both not that good, both of us. And I'm not shitting on him. He will even say that he's not that good. I will say I'm not that good. Like we're not that good at playing, but we had some good competitive games. And the one thing that he was like mad about, he's like, bro, like I know your ass gonna go on the podcast and tell people that you beat me. He's like, that's the one thing. He's like, man, like I'm already mad that you beat me, but like the fact that you're gonna go on the podcast and you're gonna be like, yo, I beat him, like bro, he's trash. I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna say all that, but I did beat him, so I just want to throw it out there. So that made me feel good, bro. And I won with the Chargers, so like that was, shout out the Chargers.
I wouldn't even know who to play with.
Speaking of which, today's Thursday. The NFL season starts today.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and because I've had a lot of free time lately, I started a fantasy team. So I'm hyped on that too.
Oh, shit.
I got my little fantasy team going. Hopefully I do good this year.
Because
every time I've done fantasy, I get my ass beat bad. But I probably will this time too because I picked a lot of Chargers players because I'm biased. But that gets me into the thing because I'm like, I might
have to throw you into. Shout out to Marcus Harvey, Rose's brother.
Yeah,
we do a fantasy every year for for the past like 3
basketball or football.
Basketball. I don't know football, but past like 3 or 4 years. So I might have to get you and Juwan in it.
Get me in that one.
Yeah.
I want to
because we don't have like a consequence or anything because it always happens like the end of the year it just dies off.
Yeah.
But last year
that's how every fantasy
last
thing
year
is for me too.
last year I think I got like 4th place.
Okay, that's
but
dope.
The year before I did better than the year before, which I got last place.
Oh yeah.
And the year before that I got last place. So I did way better last year. So this year I'm hoping to get 1st place. But shout out
get
to
me in that one. I've never done basketball at fantasy. That's dope,
dude. Yeah, shout out to Marcus, man. Marcus, his girl always wins. His girl and some other girl in that chat always wins.
Damn, okay.
For some reason, bro.
Marcus, get me in this. I know you watch the podcast.
No,
too, Marcus.
I'll ask him because I'm pretty sure they want more people.
Okay, yeah,
I think it's like maybe like 8 or 9 of us. So like to put you, maybe Juwan.
Yeah,
I don't know if
sick.
is Nate in the basketball.
Nah, but we can get
Rose is already in it.
Yeah,
Rose is already in it. But yeah, I mean, add 2 more people.
We can get some people. Yeah.
Add 2 more people would be cool. So I'll ask him. I'm pretty sure he's gonna say yeah, but I'll ask him and then I'll let you know. But yeah, and I don't know anything about NFL. So
I mean, I don't know necessarily a lot of the players, but I feel like I got some good players.
Yeah,
like I know the Chargers players. That's why I picked a lot of the Chargers players.
Like I know all about basketball. So like even though my team be getting smacked, like I feel like I know. So like
I feel like basketball would be fun because I know more stars and more people like on there, so I feel like it'd be better.
Yeah.
But all right, well, shit. Well, with that being said, guys, I mean,
it's been a long-winded one.
It's been a good podcast. I feel like the new studio, it kind of got us a little energized.
It's a little
we got some. Yeah, it's refreshing. You guys got to see the new stuff. It's a new chapter, bro. It's a new chapter. We got the new studio. I got a new haircut. We got the new shirt. We got the NFL season starting today. We got fucking UFC on Saturday. We got, dude, it's gonna be good. It's a good new chapter. We're beginning.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Dang, we got some fun stuff.
That's crazy.
Going,
my birthday tomorrow.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Sometimes I don't be knowing what to do, like on birthdays, bro. Like
especially when you get older. Like
I'm just saying, like everybody's like, oh, happy birthday, my dude. It's like. Like it's not as big. Like as a kid, like you were like, "Yo, it's my birthday." You go to school, everybody's like, "Happy birthday, happy birthday."
You wear your freshest outfit. You get a new outfit.
Yeah, like you just say. And then now that I'm older, I'm like, "Yo, like it's weird. Like don't acknowledge it. Like just like, is your birthday today? Oh yeah, for sure." Like, I don't want to be like somebody just hit me, and the Australia people are now saying happy birthday to me, and it's like,
that's cool though, bro. Like I mean, that means it's people's way of like. You know, it's like what they say, like when like you want to give people their flowers while they're here, kind of thing. It's like one of those things where it's like an opportunity to tell somebody like, hey, like just let you know, like you're important to me, kind of thing. You know, like kind of thing. So I think it's dope, man.
Whoever is important, listen. I don't know. I actually don't know when it's gonna come out, but if you guys really rock with us. Send us a donation for Korean barbecue. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
So that's what I really love to do. So that's probably what I'm doing on Instagram today. I'm like, hey, listen, if you're gonna say happy birthday to me, send a donation to Korean barbecue for me and my friends.
That'd be dope. That's cool. Yeah. Like I was gonna pay for him, but if you guys want to pay for it, then that'd be easier on me.
Korean barbecue with my friends. So like it's like $40 a person for all you can eat. So yeah,
that'd be perfect.
Send it.
But
yeah. Man.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna put on my Hulk mask for you guys. It's been another episode of Above the Multiverse podcast.
Sheesh. I don't even know if we said Avery Harden or Adrian Blest. Well,
it's okay. It's gonna pop up on there.
It's Avery Harden,
Adrian Blest,
and
Above the Multiverse. Thank you, guys.
Peace.